of the same. Yeah, somebody can read.
More sweet than all the sweet things, more auspicious than all other auspicious things. The greatest purifier of all purifiers, the holy name of Sri Hari alone is holy. The entire universe from exalted Brahma down to the lowly lump of glass is a product of the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. The only thing that is reality, again I say reality, holy name of Sri Hari alone, the person, the true perceptor, or a true father, a true mother, and a true friend also only they teach one to always know. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. There is no certainty when the last comes. Put and all one is God. Therefore, we have tried to always practice chanting from red currency. The holy name of Sri Hari belongs to everything. But very differently that we think it's painful and only in the memory. Mistaking it as mere piece of glass, people have forgotten this. They know Sri Hari alone.
It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It reigns supreme over all in a splendorous manner. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything.
Boom. Shri Shri Kevalastakam ki jai. So this is very much relevant to our discussion today. So just that's why I sang the song. So we'll start today. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, verse number 32 and 33. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Brahmadaya bahutitam yadapangamoksha. Mamas samacharan bhagavat prapanna. Sa Shri Swavasam Aravindavanam Vihaya. Yatpadasau bhagamalam bhajate nurakta. तस्याहमब्जकुलिशाङ्कुशकेतुकेतैः श्रीमत्पदैर्भगवतः समलङ्कृताङ्गी श्रीनत्यरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिम् लोकान् समां व्यसृजद् उत्समयतीं तदन्ते Somebody can receive. Brahmadaya yuttam yadapangamoksha. Tamastapassamacharan bhagavat prapanna. Sa Shri Swavasamaravindavaram dhaya. Yatpadasau bhagamalam bhajate nurakta. तस्याहमब्जकुलिशाङ्कुशकेतुकेतैः श्रीमत्पदैर्भगवतः समलङ्कृताङ्गी येनत्यरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिम् लोकान् समां व्यसृजत्वत्स्मयतीं तदन्ते. Someone else? Mataji wants to say. Someone else? One more devotee. ब्रह्मादयो बहुतिथं यदपाङ्गमोक्ष केतुकेतैः पदैर्भगवतः स्मलङ्कृताङ्गी त्रेऽत्यरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिम् लोकान् समां व्यसृजतोत्स्मयतीं तदन्ते. Word to word meaning. Brahmadayah, demigods such as Brahma, Bhavutitham, for many days, Yat of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, Apanga Moksha, glance of grace, Kamaha, being desirous of, Tapaha, penances, Samacharam, executing, Bhagavat, unto the personality of Godhead, Prapanna, surrendered, Sa, she, the goddess of fortune, Shri, Lakshmi ji, Swavasam, her own abode, Arvindavanam, the forest of lotus flowers, Vihaya, leaving aside, Yat, whose, Pada, fate, Saubhagam, all blissful, Alam, without hesitation, Bhajate, worships, Anurakta, being attached, Tasya, his, Aham, myself, Abja, lotus flower, Kulisha, thunderbolt, Ankusha, rod for driving elephants, Ketu, flag, Ketaihi, impressions, Srimad, the owner of all opulence, Padaihi, by the soles of the feet, Bhagavataha, of the personality of Godhead, Samalankratangi, one whose body is so decorated, Train, three, Ati, superseding, Aroche, beautifully decorated, Upalabhya, having obtained, Tataha, thereafter, Vibhutim, specific powers, Lokan, planetary systems, Saha, he, me, me, Yasrujat, gave up, Utsmayatim, while feeling proud, Tadante, at the end. Translation provided by Joan Gracie Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lakshmi ji, the goddess of fortune, whose glance of grace was sought by demigods like Brahma, and for whom they surrendered on many a day unto the personality of Godhead, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. I was endowed with specific powers supersede the fortune of all the three planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of the flag, thunderbolt, elephant driving rod, and lotus flower, which are signs of the lotus feet of the Lord. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord left me. Who is saying this? Mother Earth in the form of cow is saying to Dharma in the form of bull. Purport. The beauty of opulence of the world can be enhanced by the grace of the Lord and not by any man-made planning. When the Lord Sri Krishna was present on this earth, the impressions of the special signs of his lotus feet were stamped on the dust. And as the result of this specific grace, the whole earth was made as perfect as possible. In other words, the rivers, the seas, the forests, the hills, and the mines, which are the supplying agents for the necessities of men and animals, were fully discharging their respective duties. Therefore, the riches of the world surpassed all the riches of all other planets in the three planetary systems of the universe. One should therefore ask that the grace of the Lord always be present on the earth, so that we may be favored with His causeless mercy and be happy, having all the necessities of life in abundance. One may ask how we can detain the Supreme Lord on this earth after His mission is fulfilled and He has left this earth for His own abode. The answer is that there is no need to detain the Lord. The Lord, being omnipresent, can be present with us if we want Him at all. By His omnipresence, He can always be with us if we are attached to His devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. There is nothing in the world from which the Lord is disconnected. The only thing we must learn is to excavate the source of connection and thus be linked with Him by offenseless service. We can be connected with Him by the transcendental sound representation of the Lord. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord Himself are identical. And one who chants the holy name of the Lord in an offenseless manner can at once realize that the Lord is present before him. Even by the vibration of radio sound, we can partially realize the presence of what is related to the sound. And by resounding the sound of transcendence, we can verily feel the presence of the Lord. In this age, when everything is polluted by the contamination of Kali, it is instructed in the scriptures and preached by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can at once be free from contamination, gradually rise to the status of transcendence, and go back home, back to Godhead. The offenseless chanters of the holy name of the Lord are as auspicious as the Lord Himself, and the movement of such pure devotees of the Lord all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the world. Only by the propagation of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord can we be immune from all effects of the age of Kali. ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणारघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरकृषे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च नेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. First of all, I beg blessings from all devotees so that we can speak something in the line of parampara, glorifying the acharyas, parampara, Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam, and for purification of our own self. So, so here the context is what happened. Parikshit Maharaj is there, is on the way. He is going and checking all over the kingdom. That time Comes and then he is beating bull. That is basically dharma. So dharma is like only on one leg now. All three legs are beaten. So Parishit Maharaj comes, and then before Parishit Maharaj comes, the earth, it takes the form of cow and bull are discussing. Mother Earth and Dharma. So while discussing, she asked Dharma, "Arey, why you are so sad?" Sorry, Dharma asks cow, that is earth, how are you so sad? She gives so many reasons. Is it because the sacrifices are not happening and demigods are not getting their shares, or is it because that the kings are not properly ruling? Is it because the brahmanas have taken the order of kings? And so many reasons she keeps giving. Is it that Kali has come? And then she tells, yes, gradually you'll get to know the answer. And while saying that, this verse, she says that I'm so fortunate. What? Why? Yeah, in this translation, she's telling that Lakshmi ji, the goddess of fortune, whose glance of grace was sought by demigods like Brahma, and for whom they surrendered unto many a day unto the personality of Godhead, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. So Lakshmi ji is actually giving up her abode and coming to serve the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And such lotus feet of the Lord, his imprints are on me. Correct? No, when Krishna was there on this planet, so all these signs are there: lotus flower that is decorated by flag, thunderbolt, elephant driving rod, so many other imprints are there on my body. So I was so ecstatic because of his presence. What they call, so many, all the grains, all the grasses, everything were growing so nicely. They were like hair standing on the end when somebody is in ecstasy chanting the holy name. So she was telling so much opulence was there when Krishna was there. Now he has left the world. So basically he has left me now. So she was feeling little separation from Krishna. Who? Mother Earth. Yeah, cow. So in the form of cow. So here one discussion comes about Lakshmi ji serving Lord Krishna's lotus feet. So I think this comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is discussing with Venkatavatta in Srirangam, correct? No, so there he goes, and there his son was Gopal Bhatta, and Gopal Bhatta used to play sitting on the lap of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then used to get Mahaprasad of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. So finally, he became Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So he went to Vrindavan. So he was from that sampradaya, Sri Vaishnava sampradaya in Srirangam. So that's why all that elaborate worship you see in Radha Raman, that's all by Gopal Bhatt Goswami, all coming from South India. Correct. No? So that way, yes. And today is also Sri Pad Ramanujacharya disappearance day. So we'll connect some pastimes with this purport. So like this, he was telling that why Lakshmi ji came to serve Lord Krishna. That's what Chaitanya Prabhu was asking Venkat Bhatta. And then he knew philosophy. So he was telling, oh, Lord Krishna is not different than Lord Narayan. So what is the problem? So she's still chaste. Is coming to serve Lord Krishna, who is non different than Narayan. And then he says, but why Lakshmi ji didn't get entry into Raslila or Vrindavan? So that time he was silent. So basically, he was telling the reason is because she's still attached to opulence. Opulence of Vaikuntha. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling. So basically, their worship is in awe and reverence. So much of opulence. Even the chanting of the names are very Om Namo Narayana. That's what correct. No, it's very not in like in a jovial mode. Very with awe and reverence they chant. If you go temples, very grey voice they'll be chanting Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Like that it will be going on. So that way, so he says that how basically in our movement also in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So basically, why the sadhana bhakti and sadhana sadhana bhakti both are there. So initially we have to perform why the sadhana bhakti. That is on the order of spiritual master. We have to follow rules and regulations. So by that, slowly we'll gradually move to that is far for us. But still, so that sadhana bhakti is there. but we know the goal, correct? No, so what is that? And so here, that is the thing that's happening. And after that, she's telling you, I was endowed with specific powers to supersede the fortune of all the three planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of Lord's lotus feet, all the signs she is giving. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord left me. So why she is getting all the power? He is telling because of touch of Krishna's lotus feet. So that's how anyone in touch with Krishna, they will get these opulences or the Shaktis, Vibhuti Yoga that comes in Bhagavad Gita, correct? No, 7th and 10th chapters talks about so many Vibhutis. Like, for example, Rasohamapsu Kaunteya Prabhashmi Shashisuryaho Pranavah Sarva Vedeshu Shabdake Paurusham Risho. It says that I am the taste of water. I am that light coming from sun. I am the strength of the man. I am the Omkara sound, etc. etc. Shabdake Paurusham Rishu. So strength of man is also Krishna. Krishna is telling. So that is just physical strength. What to speak of the soul strength, correct? No? And what to speak of strength of Krishna himself. So just being in soul is touch with body, so body is getting strength, and that is because soul is in part and parcel of Krishna only. So everything we see in this world, yadad vibhuti matsatvam, srimad Sattadevavagachatvam Mama Tejo Amsha Sambhava means it is Krishna's spark of splendor. Anything beautiful we see, anything very, somebody is very strong, somebody is intelligent, somebody is from IIT getting gold medal from president, correct? No? So whatever strength we may see, so that is because of Krishna, correct? No? Krishna is telling, I am Buddhir Buddhimatam Asmi. That means I am the intelligence of the intelligent. So that's why we need to see that because anybody is in Krishna, that's how he has this opulence. Correct, no? Otherwise, we don't have any opulence. We can't even lift our hand, correct, no? That Muhammad Ali, we say, he was telling, I am God, I am the greatest. But when he got Parkinson's disease, he was not able to lift even the torchlight in Olympics or whatever that match. So even Arjuna, we can see when he was there on the battlefield, because of mercy and because of empowerment of Krishna, he was a Maharati. He used to fight battles with thousands of Rathis, correct? No, so that way he had that much strength. But afterwards, what happened? He was going for protecting the queens of Dwaraka. Some coward men, some thieves, rogues, they attacked, and he couldn't even fight back with them, and protect them. Right, no? And Arjuna was thinking, my God, I am the same Arjuna. I have the same Gandiva bow. What happened? Correct, no, I was not able to fight. So then he understood, yes. Because Krishna was there, his empowerment was there, I was able to do. And without Krishna's mercy, without his empowerment, I am helpless. I can't do anything. So now Krishna is gone. So now is it possible to invoke Krishna's presence now? Yes, that's what Prabhupada is telling in the purport. So even Bhagavatam initially, I think the Sutta Goswami and Shaunakadi Rishis, it comes there, right? So Krishne Sadamopagate Dharma Jnanadibhi Saha Kalo Drishta Kalo Nashta Drishamesha Puranarko Adunoditaha. So it says now Krishna has gone back to the spiritual world. Now where did the Dharma filter in? Correct? No, they are asking the sages. The answer is Srimad Bhagavatam. Just like the sun, as the sun sets, moon rises. Correct? No, with the same brilliance as the sun, and along with the cooling rays that it emits. So like that, I was hearing in one lecture, His Holiness Rompa Swami Maharaj was telling, along with the cooling rays, it comes. So that is Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's bright as sun, at the same time it's cooling, like moon rays. Even in Bhagavatam, I think it comes that that Bhagavatam is non-different than Krishna. So how when we are reading Bhagavatam, we are with Krishna. So that way, Srimad Bhagavatam is one such way how we can perceive the presence of Krishna. We need not wait till again Kalki avatar comes. Correct? No, now avatars are done. Now, if you want Krishna's presence again on this planet, you have to wait till Kalki avatar. So that is not required. You can immediately have the presence of Krishna. Why? Because he is omnipresent. So that way. And Lord being omnipresent can be present with us if we want him at all. Prabhupada in Purport is writing. These are the like chosen words Prabhupada is writing. What? The Lord being omnipresent can be present with us if we want Him at all. It means most of the conditioned souls, we don't want Krishna. So Prabhupada is telling if we want Him at all, then Krishna is there. Correct? So the once, so this desire is very, very important. Once Prabhupada was there in some other country, I don't remember, London or San Francisco. There he was just about to move out of temple. He was going to another program. He was in the car. And then one day he comes running and running towards Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I have one question. And he told, what is that one thing in Krishna consciousness which I need to focus upon to advance in spiritual life? And then Prabhupada says, desire. And the car leaves. Correct, no? So one word Prabhupada answered, what? Desire. So we should desire. Correct? So what is the problem in desiring? No. Tomorrow Jekadashi, let me chant 64 rounds. Correct, no? We were thinking, अरे pro, what 54 rounds? No, no, desire मत करना. अभी कृष्णा fulfill कर देंगे तो क्या होगा? fulfill कर देंगे तो क्या होगा? Correct, no? So at least desire. Correct, no? So if you desire now, if not today, someday in future, you will Krishna will fulfill that desire for sure. He will remember. He may forget. Correct. So like today, I was doing DT worship. Before that, I was thinking I have not done DT worship only. I'm going to voice there also no DT worship here. Temple also no. We are doing at least Prabhupada worship in temple Srishadripuram. That also I'm not doing. So when I went to Pune, somehow I changed on Uttari. I thought in Sarjapur at least I can do some DT worship. So that time, that desire after that I forgot only. I brought Uttari and kept it here. Today somehow Dinesh only asked, "You want to do?" I said, "Ah, yes, I have brought a new Uttari for doing DT worship." So then we got the opportunity to serve the Lord. In that way, we should desire. And then even in CC Madhya 4 8.70, it comes Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Matihi प्रियताम यदि कुतोपि लभ्यते तत्र लौल्यमपि मूल्यमेकलं जन्मकोटि सुकृतैर् न लभ्यते. So what does that mean? Krishna, this ISKCON Prabhupada took from here only. Krishna consciousness. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati. That means Krishna consciousness. So wherever it is, immediately purchase. So you should be greedy. Wherever it is, immediately purchase it. He is telling. And what is the price? Tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam. So laulyam is what? Greed to attain it. I want Krishna. That is a desire, right? I want Krishna. I want to attain Krishna. So that greed, eagerness we should have. When we have that eagerness, then why we should have that eagerness? Because Janma Koti Sukritairna Labhyate. Even thousands of or crores of lives we may take doing pious activities, we may not get this Krishna consciousness. So, but if you have that intense greed to attain Krishna, you will get it. So that is the price. So that eagerness, that desire, we should always, we should desire that I want Krishna. And in purport, Prabhupada is telling that excavate the source of connection. Krishna is already there everywhere. We just need to excavate the source of connection. How we can connect with Krishna. Correct? No? Just one example we gave. Seeing the while drinking water, just before putting water in mouth, we can remember this is taste of Krishna. So immediately connection happens. Correct? No? Then Krishna is there. We are with Krishna. So that connection we need to find out. So whatever we are doing, that is one thing is material things. We are seeing sunlight, moonlight, or the plants, trees, etc. So even the spiritual things, when we see the deities, when we chant the holy name, I think next purport comes that how Lord is non-different than his holy name. So we'll discuss that. So we basically connect with the Lord. I was amazed actually seeing His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj when I read Journey Home. It was really one thing that stuck to my mind is how Maharaj is able to see every walk of his life. He's taking some lesson, finding the hand of God in his life. So he's going there. Some mongoose is coming and jumping and sitting on his head. He had a matted hair that time, and then that person owner he told, if you little bit shake and disturb the sleep of mongoose, He is here only, he will kill you. If he does with his nails, they are very sharp, he will kill you. And Maharaj is just sitting without shaking his head whole night without sleeping. Can you imagine? There's a death threat. If you shake, if you sleep little bit, that is gone. Mungus gets disturbed, becomes angry and kill you. So just he is tolerating, and whole night he is awake. And then in the morning, and Mungus jumps out of the hair, and while going back, it just looks back to Maharaj. And it goes back. So Maharaj tells how it was looking like very happy. He was like kind of thanking me that you allowed me to sleep. So I got a very nice sleep last night like that. So, and after that, he doesn't stop. He reflects back and thinks what lesson Krishna is, or God is teaching me in this moment of time. So he thinks he's teaching me patience. How I have to be patient. So, like many situations come in our life also, but it just passes away. Correct? No, we don't learn any lesson. But hopefully, we can just reflect back. We think why this happened to me in my life. So we can see the hand of Krishna. We can be connected with Krishna, and we'll be blissful. We'll be happy. It may be most pathetic situation, most degrading, or it may be most difficult situation in our life, but we will be happy, blissful. Correct? No, just like Vidura. He was uh, he was insulted like anything by Duryodhana. And you go now, go get out. And he was thrown out. And it is a very insulting situation. Anybody can be distressed, correct? No, but how was he? He was happy. He thought, let me go on a pilgrimage. He went on a pilgrimage. So many. He thought that is a holiday time. Because he is none other than Yamaraj. So every time so many souls he has to punish, correct? No, he is fully in that management. Arey, what to do? This person has done this sin, though in this hell you put him this, that. So now he has got a holiday. Perfect management. Now I can go on a pilgrimage site, correct? No, so I can go around and perform devotional service to Lord Krishna. So even in one Srimad Bhagavatam Chitraketu past time I was reading, there it comes that Chitraketu was very much distressed because son left the body. But Prabhupada in purport writes that he should have thought, or he could have thought that his son might be my enemy in my previous life, coming and giving me pain. So now in that way he could be happy. I was amazed. What is this kind of thinking? I can never think like this son could be my enemy in last life. He's coming as a son to give me trouble now in this life. So now he's gone. I'm happy. It's all about consciousness, correct? No, it's not about the situations around us. It's all about consciousness. So how we think, how we see the hand of Krishna in our life. That is very important. And connected by transcendental sound representation. Prabhupada says how we can connect to Krishna, how can feel the presence of Krishna. In purport, Prabhupada says be connected to the transcendental sound representation. He says so, and then even in this example we can see of Arjuna. When Krishna left, he was also lamenting. Like Krishna left, and he was so much lamenting. He was crying. He was feeling so much distress. And after that, what he remembered? Bhagavad Gita, the words of Krishna. So when he remembered the words, instructions of Krishna that he spoke in Bhagavad Gita, immediately he became happy because again he got that connection through sound representation of Krishna. So and once I was hearing His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He also explains that he was there in San Francisco, I think. I'm not sure. So there, Prabhupada had come, and almost 1 week he was with Prabhupada. Prabhupada is going there, here. You can imagine just and so many programs in one day, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 programs. Prabhupada is to go here, there, and Maharaj is with Prabhupada. He was like personal secretary or something, and then always Prabhupada is saying something, and then he's doing, and he was so happy. 1 week, such intense association with pure devotee of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada. And what can be that experience? Correct? Now here some guest devotee comes, we are so inspired. And then he is with Prabhupada. 1 week he is there continuously. After that, Prabhupada leaves. He goes to another place. And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj is like almost he's feeling so much separation. What to do? Prabhupada has left. Should we? He's like blank, completely blank. He's feeling so much separation from Prabhupada. And then immediately he says he remembers the instructions given by Prabhupada. He had told do this, do this, do that, and so many things he had told to his own Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And then as soon as he remembers the instructions given by Prabhupada, immediately he feels the presence of Prabhupada. He says that I started doing all those services that Prabhupada gave me, and I felt again the presence of Prabhupada. So that is the connection through sound representation. So Vani, correct? No, Vapo is there, Vani. So both association is there. When we connect through sound representation of Lord, then we can be in connection with the Lord. And what is that sound representation? The holy name of the Lord and the Lord Himself are identical, Prabhupada says. And one who chants the holy name of the Lord in offenseless manner can at once realize that the Lord is present before him in an offenseless manner. Correct. No? So, yes, Sundarshan Prabhu tells always that when we chant, one is Drishti Patal that we see with our eyes and like directly I'm seeing, and one more is Manas Patal. That means in the mind you see the form of the Lord. So when one chants Hare Krishna, then one should be immediately able to see Radha and Krishna, the form of Radha and Krishna in our mind. That is Manas Patal. So, but that doesn't happen to us. Why? He says two reasons. One is aparad and ignorance. Yes, ignorance is avidya. So, and one more is offense, aparad. And avidya can be removed by daily reading Prabhupada books. Correct, no? Every day we need to read Prabhupada books. So, at least some time we need to fix. Every day I will read at least half an hour. On top of it, you can go on 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, no problem. But at least this minimum I will read every day. Not that once in a week I get time, so one day full day, Saturday or Sunday I will sit and read. Not like chapati. One day I will eat no chapati 6 days. One day I will eat all 6 into 4, 25 chapatis. Correct? No, that is not that doesn't happen. That will not give us strength. Every day, correct? No, every day we are going out. So before going out, we need to be that have that connection with Krishna. So we have to complete our rounds as much as possible. If all 16, then best. Then we can go out. So there also we can make some sankalpa that at least 8 rounds I will chant. Then only I will put my feet outside the temple or voice or whatever. I used to. I don't know. I think exam times I used to think like that. Array, exam is there. What to do? But in engineering days, but I thought no. At least 8 rounds I will chant. So I'll get up, chant 8 rounds, then go for studies, and then write exam and come back and chant remaining 8 rounds. So that way, some sankalpa we should make. And yeah, he says ignorance and offense. That's why we can't see Lord's form when we chant Hare Krishna. And first of all offenses is Vaishnava Parad. Correct, no? So when we offend a Vaishnava, and why it happens? Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Gaur Nidai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Why offenses happen? Yes. Yeah, for that answer, we'll read something from Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, Sanatana Goswami is about to commit suicide. Why? He's having all the pores in the body, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is embracing. He thought, this is a sinful body, I'll just put my body under the cart of Jagannath, and then I will die. And then that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understands his heart. And then he comes, hey, your body is my property. How can you give up? So we cannot do that. And then he gives series of verses saying that because he was feeling low, I am from a low class and things like that. So series of verses how it doesn't matter which caste, which where you are born, etc., etc., all that. But So he says, Aho bata shupachato gariyan, yajjilhagre vartate namatubhyam, tepustapaste juhu shasnararya, brahmanuchar nama granantyete. So when he chants the holy name, he has already done all the Vedic rituals, sacrifices, all Vedas he has read, etc., etc. Everything he has done. So somebody is chanting the holy name, that means he is exalted. So like that, he gives many, many verses. And then he comes to this point, Bhajanera Madhye Shrestha Navavidha Bhakti. Krishna Prema Krishna Dite Dhare Mahashakti. So by worshipping Lord, one can become exalted. And what is that worship? How to worship the Lord? 9 processes. Navavidha Bhakti. Chanting, hearing, all that Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So Prabhupada also at the end, the last line, he says this only. That chanting, hearing and remembering. By this we can be connected with Krishna. So Taramadhya Sarvashreshta Nam Sankirtan Niraparada Namalele Paya Premadhan. So next verse he says that amongst all these 9 processes, what is most important? Topmost is Nam Sankirtan. So chanting of the holy names of Lord. And Niraparada Namalele Paya Premadhan. So without offenses, when we chant the holy name, then one attains Krishna. Before verse, we saw that Bhajanera Madhya Sheshtra Navadita Bhakti, Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. So these 9 processes, they give things. What? Krishna Prema and Krishna himself. Krishna Prema, Krishna Dite, Dhare Mahashakti. They have such power. So it gives Krishna, correct, no? In that way, Krishna can be there with us when we perform any of those 9 processes. And amongst them, Taramadhya Sarvashreshta, Nama Sankirtan. So there in purport, we'll just read out. There's a very wonderful purport. What is that? Telila. Antya 4.71. Yeah, you can open maybe if you have Antya 4.71. Or you can present it here. Get connect. Yes, we'll just read that and we'll conclude. तारमध्ये सर्वश्रे you can repeat after me. तारमध्ये सर्वश्रेष्ठ नाम संकीर्तन निरपराधे नाम लैले पाय प्रेमधन. Of the 9 processes of devotional service, the most important is to always chant the holy name of the Lord. Prabhupada is writing always, not just chant, always chant, constantly chant. If one does so, avoiding the 10 kinds of offenses, one very easily obtains the most valuable love of God. Jiva Goswami Prabhu gives the following directions in the Bhakti Sandarbha. Chanting the holy name is the chief means of attaining love of Godhead. This chanting or devotional service does not depend on any paraphernalia nor on one's having taken birth in a good family. By humility and meekness, one attracts the attention of Krishna. By humility and meekness. That is the verdict of all the Vedas. Therefore, if one becomes very humble and meek, he can easily attain the lotus feet of Krishna in this age of Kali. That is the fulfillment of all great sacrifices, penances, and austerities, because when one achieves ecstatic love of Godhead, he attains the complete perfection of life. So, whatever one does in executing devotional service must be accompanied by chanting of the holy name of the Lord, the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In Rupa Goswami in Namashtaka he says, O Harinam, the tips of the toes of your lotus feet, constantly being worshipped by the glowing radiance emanating from the string of gems known as Upanishads, crown jewels of all the Vedas. You are eternally adored by liberated souls such as Narada and Shukadev. O Harinam, I take complete shelter of you. Similarly, Sanatana Goswami says in Bhagavatamrita, जयति जयति नामानन्दरूपं मुरारेर्विरमित निजधर्मध्यानपूजादियत्नं कथमपि सकृदात्मं मुक्तिदं प्राणिनां यत् परममृतमेकं जीवनं भूषणं मे says all glories to the all blissful holy name of Sri Krishna, which causes the devotee to give all conventional religious duties, meditation and worship, and some or other attained once by a living entity, the holy name awards him liberation. The holy name of Krishna is the highest nectar. It is my very life and my only treasure. So like that Prabhupada goes on telling and finally ends the purport with which shloka? Yeah, Drinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnana, Manina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sudahari. Yes, acharyas are in ecstasy chanting the holy name. They're feeling like nectar. When we'll come to that stage, it begins with this. Prabhupada, that's why he's ending with this verse, Trinadapi Sunichena. So one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. So, why we read this, Stacey, Purport? Before that, cause of offenses we were discussing. So here in this purport, Prabhupada ends with Tranavapi Sinishena. So why we offend? Because of no respect. Where there is no respect, there will be offense. So when we respect, there cannot be offense. Respect means anyone, be any living entity, we should respect every living entity. And different degrees of respect are there, which is there in Illinois. Correct? Now we can see. So when there is no respect, there is offense. So that's why Nalapisinichena. That's how when one is humble, respecting all without expecting respect, he can chant the holy name always. Yes. So and finally, yeah, humility. While talking about humility, when Sundasham was telling that there are vehicles, everyone has vehicles, correct? No, two wheelers, four wheelers, different vehicles. He was telling even the who were they? The Devatas, they also have vehicles. Like Lord Shiva's bull, four wheeler. And then Ganesha has mouse, four wheeler, maybe small Tata Nano or something like. So and then so many, correct? No, so there is Artikeya, yes, Artikeya, more peacock, and maybe chartered plane, correct? So like that, everyone has a vehicle, but Bhakti Devi also has a vehicle. She travels on the vehicle called as humility. So he was telling, so that was very interesting. I heard. So that's how we can attract Bhakti Devi by humility. And at last line, Prabhupada says, only by the propagation of the chanting of the holy name of Lord can we be immune from all effect of the age of Kali. So we can see, and I heard that Srila Prabhupada, when he reached the harbor, what? Boston. So that time, I heard the same date was the date when one of the, I don't know, his devotee or his outside person got to know about Prabhupada, got to know about ISKCON. So now he was telling that I was there in that place. Russia, US Cold War was going on. That's the time. And then Russia or US, one of them, they were planned that this time, this date, will release a missile. So that person told that was about to happen. And somehow I think orders also came. Somehow it got delayed, and again they told don't do it. So and that he relates that was the date, same date Prabhupada reached Boston Harbor. Correct, no? Haribo, Haribo. So Prabhupada, of course, Prabhupada means he would be chanting also, correct, no? So when the holy name is there, then all the ill effects of Kali Yuga are gone. So ill effects means what? Quarrel, hypocrisy, correct? No, the main symptoms of Kali Yuga. The quarrel means individually, even nation-wise. So nation-wise quarrel, the World War, Third World War would have happened. But because of the power of holy name, that was stopped. And even individually, correct? No, somebody may have maybe some anartha is troubling, etc., etc. So that is also there, correct? No, if you go outside now, we Bangalore, you can see so many temptations, so many things, so many attractions. So we may get agitated. But when we go on Harinam, we are with holy name, correct? No, many devotees would have felt so many expressed also to me whenever we go out Harinam, especially in E city, we go in such a place that hundreds of such sites are visible. But devotees feel that no, they are not affected because they are with Krishna in the form of holy name. So Harinam is going on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The continuous chanting of the holy name is going on. Just because of that, they are not affected by Maya around. So like that, even if we are individually there, even though we may not be in arena with all the devotees, we can be chanting. Correct, no? So anywhere you are going, mind cannot be vacant. It cannot be stagnant. Otherwise, it will all think of material things only. So it's some Vaishnava song, some verse from Bhagavad Gita, some verse from Bhagavatam that you have memorized. We can keep reciting. You can chant the holy names. At least some tune that you remember, you can chant. Keep singing Hare Krishna Maha mantra. It happen also sometimes we are chanting and then the form representation of Maya, correct, no, comes in front of us also. So we will not be affected. So we will just pass through it. But otherwise, when mind is empty, even nothing is there, we are affected. Mind will think of something nonsense and then we are affected. So that's how all ill effects of Kali Yuga are gone by chanting the holy names of the Lord. And even Ramanujacharya, when he was there, Uh, that time his guru had given him a mantra. Correct, no? What is the mantra? But he told it is a secret. You should not tell to anyone. So others are not qualified to chant this. So, but if you chant, he will go to back to Godhead. Anyone who chants will go back to Godhead. So you don't give to anyone. Then immediately he went out of the Guru's home. And then he came and then he called out everyone, everyone, please here, come, something important. I will give you the greatest here. So he wanted. And they thought maybe he'll give some gold, some diamond, some ruby, some sapphire, correct? No, they all came running. He stood on top of the building or the temple, that structure. So on top he went, and from there he shouted, Om Namo. Then everybody said, then everybody said yes. Oh, so like that, it went on. It was like a kirtan only. Went on, everybody was chanting Om Namo Narayanaya, and then the whole situation became just like Vaikuntha has descended in this material world. So all there is no anxiety, no kunta. It became like a spiritual world at that moment when Ramanuja chanted the holy name and everybody along with him chanted together. So that is the effect of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And when one propagates it, so that's how we can become immune from the ill effects of Kali-yuga. Yes, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If you have any questions, comments, you can. I think it's already late, 9 minutes late. Yes. Yes. Then Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Also today, we have a little story of this mother language, her body community forms. We have a strong fundamental. So this mother was closer to our mission in some way. It is on the way for the demands of
रूम एग्जिट भी नहीं किए, ऑन है कैम माइक।